Hi everyone. So this is the third video from chapter Electricity for Class 8 Physics for St. Thomas School, Ranchi. So under this video, the first topic we are going to see is about electric fuse. So first of all, what is fuse? So under this PPT, you can see the diagram of different kinds of fuse which we are using normally. So this is here the fuse which is we are using in our old circuit, and now this is the same fuse which is converted into miniature shape, and further this is another fuse which we use in electronic circuits. So what is fuse? So fuse is a safety device which stops the supply of current in case of overloading or short circuit or voltage fluctuation, and thus it protects the circuit from any kind of damage. So means that fuse is a device which saves the circuit from any external damage if it is going to happen because of short circuit or voltage fluctuation. So how the fuse helps us to break the circuit? So how the fuse helps us to break the circuit? So what happens? So because of high resistance and low melting point, what happens? It melts the fuse wire. You will be observing that here we have a thin wire, or here we have this wire. So this wire melts and it breaks the circuit when the current is overloaded, and while breaking the circuit is save the circuit. So next we are going to see what is the characteristic of fuse. And in this diagram, briefly you can able to see that how the fuse are made up of uh, in early days, because these days we are using electronics fuse. So here you can see the two part of the fuse. In this part we connect the fuse wire, and this part we insert inside it. So this is the socket in which we are going to insert the fuse, and this is the two parts the fuse has been shown. And here you can able to see a thin copper wire which is called as fuse wire, and this material is a bakelite material. So what is the characteristic of fuse? So here we can see fuse has a low melting point. So because of that, what happens if any damage occurs or if any overloading is going to happen in our circuit, then because of this low melting point, the fuse wire is going to melt. Second characteristic is the fuse has high resistance. So because of high resistance only, it helps to make the fuse metal little more hotter than a copper wire used, and thus it melts easily. And third characteristic is the current rating of fuse determines the thickness. The wire which is being used in a fuse, it depends upon in what circuit we are going to use. If we are going to use a circuit of high current, the fuse wire will be thick, and if we are going to use a circuit of little low current, then the fuse wire will be little thin. So next topic is miniature circuit breaker. or in short we called it as MCB. It is also called as electronics fuse. So what happened these days, the traditional fuse which we have seen in our last diagram is being replaced by miniature circuit breaker these days. How it works, so because of overloading or short circuit or voltage fluctuation, what happens, it simply gets switch on and switch off. So what is going to happen, if such fluctuation is going to occur, automatically it will be switch off. Then again we can able to switch on it and we can able to revive the circuit. So that is miniature circuit breaker which we are using instead of our old fuse. Next we are going to see what is earthing. So first, why earthing is used or what is earthing? So earthing is used or earthing is done so that by chance the insulation of appliances get damaged, or if there is any leakage of current, then because of earthing it saves us from any electrical shock. So what is earthing? So here you can see in a diagram. So earthing is a metallic body, means this is a, see how, suppose this is how the earthing has been done as it is shown in the diagram. So this wire used to go to our main circuit and further to every switchboard where we are going to connect our appliances, and similarly from that switchboard every wire of this earthing is getting connected to the body of that appliances where the earthing is used. So how we can say here that by earthing we mean that metallic body of the appliance is connected to thick copper wire and the other end of which is buried deep into the earth, which saves from electrical shock. So what does this mean, that this wire which is buried inside the earth, okay, this is the one end, and this wire goes to the main circuit board, and from main circuit board to every switchboard, and then from every switchboard when we connect the plug in that board to use any appliance, then through the plug that earthing is getting connected to the appliances, and in that case if any leakage of current is going to occur, then the earthing saves us from any electrical shock. So this is earthing. So next topic is what is static electricity. So static electricity means charges at rest, or we say that static electricity is caused by building up of charges on the surface of object. So here you can see the diagram, that how sometime our hair used to get rise when we took off our cap. So this is due to the charges on the hair which is going to occur on the surface of our hair because of charged air particle which is present. So thus we can say that static electricity is said to be as charges at rest. So how it becomes charged? So we can say that because of imbalance of charges, positive ion or negative ion, it results in electrical charges. Next topic is what is conservation of charges. So according to conservation of charges, we can say that charges neither be created nor be destroyed. It only transfers from one body to another body. So here we have this diagram. Suppose this yellow color is a duster, which is going to get rubbed by any plastic material. So here this duster was earlier stable with 5 numbers of positive charges and 5 number of negative charges. Similarly, this polythene on which it is going to get rubbed, this is also having 4 number of positive charge and 4 number of negative charge. Now after rubbing, what is going to happen? After rubbing, this duster is having less number of electrons, means negative charges, and where it has gone from duster to the polythene, it has transferred. So we can say that charges neither be created nor be destroyed, it only transfers from one body to another body. Means here duster to this polythene material, after rubbing the charges is getting transferred. This is called as conservation of charges. Thank you.